I said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox their channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say I double dip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double dip on the director's cut. Woo. Double dip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. The boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the shine gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimetal PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what? Ay. Neverflow Gaming here, back at it again with another live. We back at it, and this was improvised stream. We weren't trying to go online or nothing, but some shit happened, and we gotta talk about it, right? And we're gonna have some fun, and we have back in the building Power Boss and the Archangel Nexus with us. What's going on, Power Boss? How you doing, bro? He's around. I know he's around. He was here just a second ago. What about you, Archangel? What's going on? Let's do your introductions, and then we go back to Power Boss. He's saying hi and shit. What's up?
Yo, what's going on, chat? What's going on, everybody? I'm glad to be here. We talking games in this house, and the house always wins.
All right, let's get it, bro. Hey.
Oh, my bad. It muted me when I unplugged and replugged my microphone.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, let's go, man. Hey, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, but yesterday just got even crazier.
Oh, absolutely.
With the latest news, of course, everybody's going live. Everybody's talking their shit. Everybody's, talking about the situation and the brand new Sony PlayStation strategy. It's not really brand new strategy, but we're gonna talk about it. Shout out to Lycos45. He was the first one here. What's going on, homie? Jules in the building as well. She's saying that she didn't expect this. Well, we're gonna talk about some stuff. It's gonna be fun. It's like, like one of those streams that you go ahead, you're like, let's talk about it, and you just get in here and go live. But thank you, everybody, for showing up. We got the Dark Angelic in the house. What's going on? Bad Fig in the building, bro. Everybody's going crazy and wild with what's going on. But man, let's just get started with the situation and what actually happens. I have the receipts, of course, and we're gonna talk about the tweet, and we're gonna go into detail, and we're going to also break it down for you guys, because I know a lot of people are saying one thing, some other people saying the other, but so let's get the information right first and foremost, and then we can just start talking about it. Okay, let me I'm looking for the original tweet because I can find it now. But yeah,
Here it is. Let me share my screen. Like I said, shout out to chat. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody coming through. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Consider me coming a Demo Flow Gaming member. Uh, Memberships are open 99 cents. And we got more tiers or whatever. But most importantly, just hit the like button, bro. That's what really help us grow the channel and the stream. And we got the official tweet here by the Hazardor Gaming Dragon of the Jima. He's a dude who, specializes himself in sharing information. He usually gets you right. So, uh, at least it's a reliable source. Not to mention that we actually have a link into the Sony PlayStation website, and these are the news. So, according to a job listing, Sony to expand PlayStation Studios titles across Steam, Epic, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile, reporting to the Vice President, Commercial Management as Senior Director of Multiplatform and Account Management. And here is the uh, link. And here is the official document by Sony PlayStation. This is like, I can even apply here if I wanted to. I know I should because I kind of like probably know what games are going to be a hit on Xbox and which ones are not going to be worth porting. But let's get it. We're not going to get too deep into the document. We're just going to go into the more important stuff. Of course, in here, they're going to lure you in and tell you why is it so great to work in PlayStation. PlayStation got his things and whatnot, but it's always, it's a big corporation, a good place to work on. And I mean, there's really nothing wrong with working at PlayStation. So here's a description. So the overview of the position is reporting to the Vice President, Commercial Management as Senior Director of Multi-Platform and Account Management. You will play a critical leadership role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studio software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware, including Steam, Epic Game Store, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile. This role is accountable for optimization title profitability, ensuring cross-functional alignment, and leading a high-performing team focused on multi-platform expansion, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management. So here you go. Basically, the like there's really like I know Sony PlayStation fanboys right now, they're scrambling and trying to sort of like damage control this information that we're getting right now, but this is like as clear as water. They are looking to expand to other platforms, right? They're like literally studying other platforms so that they can start giving away content in that platform. So I mean, this is just the overview of the job, but let's see the key responsibilities, right? So, multi-platform strategy leadership. That's your responsibility, right? If you get to apply this position, your job is going to be to break the Sony PlayStation fanboys' heart. Literally, this is your main job is to break their heart. And then we got the pony singing, break my heart, type of shit. Bro, this is some fucking wild shit. This caught me by surprise, right? Because I didn't think that PlayStation wanted to put this information out there for people to see, given the fact that their fan base, right? And, media in general consider PlayStation a leader, right, in the industry. And everybody call or say that PlayStation would never, right? Why would PlayStation put games on Xbox or in any other platforms when PlayStation is so strong as a brand? And right, they're right to an extent. PlayStation is still a strong brand, is still doing their thing when it comes to gaming, right? But the fact is that they're not trying to leave any money under the table. And this is why you cannot really trust these companies to do what you want them to do as a fan, because that doesn't necessarily align with the strategies to make money, because at the end of the day, that's what they really want to do. So, okay, the multi-platform strategy leadership oversee the out of year mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studio titles across all known PlayStation platforms, driving long-term revenue growth and audience reach. Okay, so this just goes to show that they're interested in studying, right? What games, like I said earlier, are gonna be good or bad depending on the platform. What games go with what platform? For example, like they did with Lego, right? They put it that on Nintendo Switch. Why? Because it was like a kid game, and supposedly people who play Nintendo are kids. The more it's like that type of audience. So now we're moving on to another key responsibility: cross-functional planning. Right, one of the newest things that PlayStation and PlayStation dudes like Zubitech been talking about is like how important this right exclusives are, so that they are built from the ground up, right, with PlayStation in mind and only PlayStation. Now we're seeing here they offering cross-functional planning, right, which means that they are going to make sure that everything works well across all platforms, which also leads us to believe that this is not going to be one game or two games. This is a whole plan of different games that they got in mind that they should be in all the platforms. And Phil Spencer turns out to be right when it comes to these. Games tend to be bigger than the platforms. Games like, right, like Minecraft is bigger than freaking, got many more users on Xbox by itself, many more users on PlayStation, and many more users on PlayStation and Xbox combined, right? Many more users on consoles, if you will. So, another thing that they're going to be talking about here, or that they're going to be one of the key roles, is like the studio partnership and influence. Act as the primary commercial liaison and escalation point for heads of production and studio leads, securing alignment and buying on go to market strategies and publishing policies. Well, this is interesting as well. So obviously, a studio partnership, see who can they work with. God knows, maybe they end up working with Xbox in a partnership and making a game together. That'll be something pretty cool to see, right? A lot of people wouldn't want him to do that, but like maybe in the future, we're gonna live in a future in which Sony and PlayStation don't have to be enemies, and they can coexist with each other.
Sunset Overdrive 2.
Right, and I think great, right, like bringing that game to PlayStation, and or collaborating into making maybe a second part, right, that is going to be beneficial for all parties involved. So I think this is not a bad thing. Like, I know ponies are dying right now inside, right, but this is not a bad thing for gaming. This makes me believe that PlayStation actually wants me to play their games, and more gamers playing. That's what we want, bro. Yep. Clap their hands, man. So go to market execution. So partner with marketing, product, and global publishing teams to develop global publishing teams. So what's a global publishing team? Microsoft, definitely. A publishing team, Xbox. So they could collaborate, bro. This is it. To develop and execute cohesive launch plans and lifecycle strategies for multi-platform titles. I mean, there's no way that Nib is out there trying to defend, because how many times they say multi-platform? And I know Geoff Keighley he's got a hex that he cannot say Xbox or his balls are gonna explode or something. He can't say Xbox. But if we go up here in this document, even PlayStation is saying Xbox, included them in their plans as a part of the multi-platform strategy. Well, I've been told that who in the hell is gonna be crazy enough to put games on Xbox, right? Like, isn't that something that we talked about like recently with Moon Studios, right? This guy Thomas, he wanted, right, to come out here saying that it doesn't make sense for them to put the game on Xbox, and Sony PlayStation is like, hold my beer, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try to come over here, and and I know a lot of people are gonna take this like, oh, yo, them was making fun of the ponies. No, bro, I'm just giving you the news, bro. I'm just letting you not letting you know what's going on, man. You know, and it goes on and on. Of course, the document, right? We don't really want to go into deep, but they got team leadership, commercial account management, all these like stuff that they got some requirements as well, right? Like, you got at least have a minimum 10 years of experience in games and publishing, proven proven ability to lead multi-platform strategy. Look, again, you gotta have the ability to lead multi-platform strategy and drive performance across global accounts, meaning that they're looking for users outside of PlayStation, dude. So you need to have a demonstrated success working with game development and production stakeholders. Hmm. A strong analytical skills and business acumen to inform strategic planning. experience leading high performing teams in matrix global organizations, and excellent communication and negotiation and influencing capabilities. So, I mean, a strategic, like key competencies, strategic mindset with deep commercial instincts. Hmm. So, a skilled collaborator across creative business and technical functions, ability to balance short term execution with long term vision, adaptable, decisive, and results oriented leadership style. And a bonus if you're a gamer, they're looking for a gamer. This is why, bro, we keep on saying we're so blessed with having Phil Spencer
Yep.
leading Xbox in a way because we know he's a gamer. Everybody's crying on Twitter. This man is playing Diablo, bro. Everybody's crying about games going to other platforms, and Phil is playing, bro. And I think everybody should do the same. Even the Sony PlayStation fanboys going through the stages right now because obviously they have certain attachment to the way that Sony PlayStation was running their business. And I believe, there was nothing wrong with it, but times have changed. So you cannot be a dinosaur forever. And you're going to have to get with the program and get used to other people having access to your games. So there you go, man. What do you guys think? Before we continue to go any further, I'm gonna go to Power Boss and the Archangel. We got a super chat here by Day Reese. Thank you so much for the two, man. He said, "Is Pony Pandemonium this weekend?" No, you already know. Like we came to spank. We came to spank these ponies because, god damn, bro, this is some crazy shit, and that's
Joy in every nation. PlayStation. To all
yep, Sony PlayStation dancing la salsita. This is what happened, guys. Oh, I don't know, man. This is some crazy shit. Let's go ahead and read chat because I know we read the super chat. Let's go ahead and see the homies what they've been doing and what they've been saying in the chat because I see them wilding now. We got so many chats in here. It's crazy. So my fic en la casa, dímelo, papi. He said the stable's on fire, horseshoes everywhere. God damn the horseshoes, man. We got my fig in la casa. We got Jules saying PlayStation has gone full third party. A joyous day. So I mean, it is what it is. It's no, I mean, like, look, this right here, Dark Angelic saying it right, right here, and I have to agree with him. And this is gonna be the show in a nutshell because we are not out here to hate on PlayStation, to wish death on PlayStation. This is not what we're doing here because we are gamers. And if PlayStation is putting their games everywhere, we want PlayStation games to be good too. So now, since we are included in your ecosystem and we can say that your game looks like shit because it eventually is coming to Xbox the same way that y'all criticize games going to Xbox, Sony PlayStation games are going to start getting scrutinized and criticized all through. Whenever they come to a platform, they better be good. We want to smell that PlayStation's, sense that everybody's talked about. Look, I'm not against playing PlayStation games. Been playing Final Fantasy. I've been playing Helldivers 2. I already got it. I know that I'm waiting for the homies that are gonna be because right now the homies that I got that play on PlayStation, they're not playing Helldivers, bro. I don't give a fuck. They're playing MLB The Show or they're playing FIFA or some other shit. That's it. They're not playing Helldivers. They're not interested in those type of games, honestly. And now that Helldivers is coming on Xbox, I'm gonna have plenty of homies to play with. We got Power Boss here in the house that is gonna be playing with us, the Archangel, and everybody's gonna be picking it up because at the end of the day, we love playing fucking games. So if the game resonates with us, we're gonna go ahead and get it. Now, we're not gonna go out our way and buy a whole console just to buy one game because we don't think that's worth it. But it might be worth it for you. Now we are saying here, and what Angelic, Dark Angelic is saying is that Sony will cement itself in the future as a game maker. Let's say tomorrow consoles become obsolete. PlayStation will live through their games. The same way that Xbox will live through their games. Whether tomorrow Xbox disappear as a console, Xbox will continue to live through their games. And that's what we're saying when I'm playing Xbox. Even if I'm playing on my PC, I can go into my Xbox account. I could holler at my friends. I still got my friend list. This is all digital. Is you know what I'm saying? So we don't really need the console moving forward. On a way that I'm not saying dish them, but I'm saying in case that they disappear and they're not they obsolete and they become a thing of the past, we're gonna be still able to access Xbox and PlayStation, but in a different way. And this is all part of the change, man. Look, and it's the right move by Sony PlayStation. They're gonna be making more money, which is gonna lead to more investments in gaming, right? We got Onyx Gaming in the house. I'm glad that you caught that intro. We got more of that pony shit for you, bro. And we got plenty of those little music videos and stuff going on. And we're gonna be like dropping them here as we go through the show and stuff. You're gonna see what we're talking about. So yeah, ponies are freaking out. We got Preston Brown in the house, man. Long time to see how you doing, man. He said, I'll be laughing if Sony accepts a check from Microsoft for putting their games onto Game Pass. They'll be pissed. I mean, imagine a Sony PlayStation game going to Game Pass. Well, that already happened with the MLB The
I
Show.
can almost demo. I can almost guarantee this is what this is all about. Sony's doing this to get the bag. That's what this whole shit. This is their get the bag part of their studio, where it's like, okay, we're gonna hire this dude, and his job is to break pony ankles and hearts and get the bag. This is what your job is, sir.
Wow. And that I agree with you, Archangel. I know, Balbos, you got something to say?
I'm just smiling and nodding because it's all true.
Holy shit. Yeah, man, that's some crazy shit. Darker Kelly saying, Yo, Xbox, make sure to drink lots of water because we're gonna have so much pink phony Himalayan salt coming our way. Pressing Ram in the house saying, I'll be laughing if Sony accepts a check from Microsoft for putting their games onto Game Pass. That'll be peace. Yeah, if games come to Game Pass, dude, holy shit, that's gonna be, man, shit. By the
That
way,
would literally be the icing on the cake.
yeah, that'll be like, goddamn, bro. By the way, if you're thinking of applying for that position, this is between San Francisco and Silicon Valley. Houses will cost you 1 to 3 million easily. Nah, man, I'll gladly sleep in my car for 300 grand. I'll literally buy a whole car just to use it for that year for the AC. But one of those big vans or whatever. Shit. And then or lease it for a whole year and that's it. I sleep in there. I don't care. Like I'm good. I'm down to work for Sony PlayStation. And I actually know what's up. I know what games, bro. Holler at me, Sony. You already know, man.
I think what Demo Flow is trying to say, Sony, is he's got an application filled out. He's ready to go.
Do you imagine if they hired me and I had to go on a podcast or something? And we're like, yo, holy shit, man. Joe saying great news all around. Exclusives are dead, and indeed, bye exclusives. Look, exclusive guys, let's keep it real. They're gonna continue to exist, okay? Because everybody, and you will see right now how PlayStation is gonna transform. They are gonna have to focus now on building a digital platform. And they are 10 years behind. They don't even have a PSN place online, like a website that you can go and play your games and associate with whatever device you're on. In this sense, Xbox is being ahead of them many, many years.
In fact, things like GeForce Now, they discourage it. So don't forget that too. Because with GeForce Now, you can play your Xbox games just fine, but if you try to play a PlayStation game, they block the whole website.
Exactly. And that's their issue, right? They kept themselves away, try to be so exclusive that now it's going to be hard for them to crawl back into other ecosystems because it's like, okay, why do you want to come around here? You never invited us to your party. You never include us. You never took us into account, and now you want to hang. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. It needs time. People wounds need to heal, and business, and you know what I mean. And deals had to be made for this shit to happen. Now, what I would do if I was Sony PlayStation, which is why I'm so available for this position, Hiroki, with all due respect, your honor, So, I would say Sony PlayStation, if they really want to do this right, they need to work on a digital platform. They need to have a digital present, a digital store that is gonna be shared across all their ecosystem. Whether you be in the portal, whether you be on your PlayStation, whether you be on the next PSP or whatever, on the next console, you need to be connected, and for that you need infrastructure, you need engineers, you need people working behind this, to keep everything working seamlessly and communicating with each other. Your cloud saves, Sony PlayStation is behind this too, charging for that, and so on and so forth. There's so many things that you gotta fix right away for this to work, because if you're gonna put your games on Xbox and if you're gonna put your games on PC, like, people would love to have still the option to do it while owning a PlayStation 2. Because, like, I see a lot of PC dudes going, and that's what we said, right? When Xbox announced that they were going to do Steam, Epic, and all of that, we were like, okay, that's awesome. But now, in this case, what is Sony PlayStation going to do? If they only have exclusives being so limited to like 3, 4 exclusive generation or something like that, that really like hold weight, right? Because we've seen, like, what are the exclusives of Sony PlayStation right now and doing this generation? We got Returnal, not exclusive anymore because it's on PC. So whoever got a PC can play that. Ratchet and Clank on PC.
It's Bloodborne and Astrobot right now. That's literally all that's left.
You cannot offer 3 or 4 exclusives in a generation, like, eventually, right? Because this where they do get exclusive times, right? Time exclusive in games. Like God of War took like a year to go to PC. The same with Spider-Man. It took like 8, 9 months, and it's getting shorter, right? This like window of exclusivity is getting shorter and shorter, and until we see maybe like a week or a month until it becomes day and date. And then what is the purpose of having a PlayStation, if you think about it? Because I mean, that's what was asked when Xbox made this move. So we got to ask the same questions in here. We got to play 50-50.
Yo, and I think for that, we're going to have to go back in time to the Xbox One generation. Some of y'all ponies need to be reminded about where we come from, the war that y'all started. And look at the cost. You lost everything. You got 2 weekend platinums in 13 years. You really should be thinking about your life decisions at this point. You bought the PS4, you got all the little in between PS4s, and then you went upgraded to the PS5, and you got the Pro, and you thought, hey, this stuff was all exclusive to just me, and you fought a whole console war this whole time. You cost consoles the ability to grow past 600 million, which was their original projection back in the 360 era, right? So consoles never caught up with PC ever, and they're never going to again. This is all because of y'all. So just marvel at your mistakes. You did all that for 2 weekend platinums, man. That's crazy. Astrobot and Bloodborne, that's it. That's what this all was for. This whole bullshit, like the whole thing with turning on developers because they went to the Xbox One, or the mooches and craps out there and the Tim Dogs that got salty because games were going to PC. Like when you look back at everything and how we got here, it was all for nothing.
It's all full circle too, because I think Dirt put something today in there on Twitter. Shout out to him, and then he said, "I'm kind
I
of
believe he
sad."
put out a video about it too.
Right. But what he was saying is, I'm kind of sad that some of the Xbox dudes, left because of a couple of games, and now Sony PlayStation is doing the same. And and I just say, to that, it's kind of sad, but it also clarifies, if people really rocking with something or not. And it's like, at the end of the day, you are gonna go wherever you wanna go, and that's the reason why we talked about all these things here, because we believe that you should be whatever you want. We don't want to tell you. We don't want to keep you from playing a game that you want to play. Like, if you want to go ahead and buy a PlayStation because you want to play Spider-Man, go ahead and do that, bro. It's kind of dumb, but go ahead and do it. I wouldn't personally, and I'm gonna tell you that I will spend my money wisely. If I know that I'm only getting a whole console to play one game, bro, is it really worth it? Like, I don't got money like that, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I do work hard and shit. I got nice things, some of them, but I'm not willing to spend,
Yeah.
$500. It's a weekend on on a cruise. I live right here by the port, bro. Like, if I put 500 more, me and my girl can go out a whole weekend and hang out. You know what I'm saying? Just to play one game, it doesn't make any sense, man. But let's continue rocking with the chat, bro. Let's
Yo,
read
Dark
them all.
Angelic, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you
We
up about
got
that.
Max City ENT, man. How's it going? What's up, panel and chat? Good to have you around, bro. Um, Dark Angelic here saying, "Don't worry, I'm sure Drinkas guy will fire up another Xbox is dead video." I don't know, bro. Will he make a video about this?
He already did.
He already made a video about this?
Uploaded an
An
hour
Xbox
ago.
is dead video.
No, PlayStation is dead, probably. That's what he
No,
went with.
the
Pull it out.
video is titled PlayStation wants games on Xbox with a question mark, exclamation point. This is the future of Sony.
Oh, okay. So no, Sony is dead?
I'll send
Wow,
you
I'm
the link.
surprised. I think it's funny that all the negativity that Xbox gets sells, but when Sony PlayStation is doing something negative, it doesn't sell. Like, everybody was cheering so hard for Sony PlayStation. They wanted to win so hard that they don't even engage in negative content. They totally, like, look the other way. And that's the same thing with everything. They like I got some tweets in there today, bro. This is some fucking crazy shit. I'm gonna share it with you now.
Oh, there's a lot.
Oh no, but this is one that I actually posted because I thought that it was funny as hell.
There is a lot.
So we got, check this out. I put this: Sony PlayStation fanboys admit that they were grifting and hating on Xbox. They only care about games when they are exclusive to PlayStation. They also said PC had no exclusives, so why go there? They got open communities in shambles right now. So this trickster, he said this before. Mira, he said this one to replying to somebody. PC has no games, right? Because it has no exclusives. Learn the difference, okay? He said that PC has no games because it has no exclusives. Like, tell me how that's make any sense. That's the craziest shit I read. And then he say, "I'll tap the sign again. The day PlayStation stops giving me a reason to buy a PlayStation, I'll go full PC." Hold on. So you telling me before that PC had no exclusives, so you don't give a shit about PC, but now you go full PC because Sony PlayStation got no exclusives?
PC is closed.
But it's like okay, I get it, but like, why are you guys so dumb? And then he said Nintendo and Xbox give me no reason to own their consoles. In fact, Nintendo does because their games are not anywhere. Like, you can literally play them on the PC, but they're not everywhere like that. You have to, like, you know what I mean, jump a few hurdles to get there. So I will have no problem leaving PlayStation. In fact, I always expected this from every console platform anyway. Really?
Did he?
Did he?
Is that how
Really?
people were talking 10 years ago?
No, is that how people were talking a month ago? This guy right here, Tristan. Come on, ponies, man. You can do better than this, man. Just accept it. Be like, oh shit, I never see this shit coming. PlayStation is not what it used to. I'm gonna have to adjust, or maybe I don't want to rock with them. Like, take a position, but don't be out here. You know what I mean? Acting like you were nice and shit, man. Get out of here. So that's one of the ones that really caught my attention, and I thought it was like, this shit is crazy. So you go ahead and diss the whole platform, say that they had no games because they're not exclusives, because PC, bro, in fact, PC has more exclusives than freaking PlayStation and Xbox combined. How many games you cannot play on
And more than Nintendo combined too.
even all games
All platforms.
that you already own in your consoles, they're only available on PC because they've been delisted, and people on PC revive their games on their own with mods and shit. Like, what the fuck
Absolutely.
is you guys talking about, man? It's so crazy shit.
P-Lump got a super.
Pilum in the house. What's up, Pilum, man? Thank you for coming through. He
Hey.
say, Pilum with the 5. He said, these ponies are coping. I was just trolling Marlon Game and Xbox One. The war, that's all that matters. Yeah, well, man, I don't think this is over, dude. I think this will continue. And even though I think the hardcore pony is extinct, like you would say, like the Japan hates Xbox, the King Trash, all
Oh,
these
he's going
people.
full Riddler. After
Right, right,
this,
right.
I'm telling you, when this finally gets to fruition, Japan hates Xbox is going full Riddler on everybody. We're about to get a Batman on Xbox.
Yeah, it's just the funniest shit though, because it's like all the things that they criticize Xbox for, PlayStation is doing, and it's like, damn, bro. So they are copying third party, third place, Xbox. Who's really winning? Last time I checked, you copy a winner. You don't copy a loser. You don't go ahead and do like, okay, shit, she stumbled. Nice as hell. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Put my face in the dirt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never see this is the wildest shit ever, bro. It makes me lose a brain cells straight up.
For me, it makes me feel like, all these years, the whole console war was just irrelevant for nothing. It was just some marketing bullshit that they
Yeah.
like wool that they pulled over people's eyes to convince them to buy hardware that they never intended on keeping games exclusive to, that functionally and mechanically and financially it was irresponsible to keep exclusive to forever. So it's like, this is a crazy shit. Like, they knew for way longer than this that they were going to do this. This didn't just happen. And they didn't tell nobody.
Yeah. There's some really shit, dude. Man, that's some crazy shit. There is in the house. Them was being petty. I love it. But I know. I mean, you
Hey,
have to be. You have to be. Look, listen. The way they treat gamers, and this is one of the reasons why I made this channel. These Sony PlayStation fanboys were despicable during the Xbox One generation. They were really bad. They were like, bro, yeah, Xbox is
They're
shit. It's
still
not good.
insufferable.
Yeah, but like now it's like, okay, they insufferable, but they look stupid. But before they had a reason, and when they had a reason,
Yeah.
they were they were like, holy shit, bro, nobody cares. You're so annoying. And now they're getting the smoke from the Xbox dude that was oppressed all throughout the Xbox One generation
And they can't
and
take the
this
heat
generation,
themselves.
and they can really take the heat. They can keep the heat, but they cannot take it. And if you're gonna put yourself out here and grift and all of that, and you cannot take it, and I don't see why you should be here in the first place.
yo,
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up a point that I Am Desire made, because this is the thing that's crazy about it. PlayStation is just coming out and doing job listings and stuff like this. But Desire told us on the last show that their code is basically identical to Xbox, and they could put their games on Xbox whenever they want. That's
Mm-hmm.
not something that happens overnight. These dudes
Yeah.
have been developing on the Windows platform for mad long. They knew that this is the direction that they were going the whole time, that they were telling people on that dumbass couch that they sit on when they do their meeting, oh, we're not doing exclusive. We're not porting no
Mhm.
games anywhere else. We're not making no games for anybody else. Trust us. Believe us. We're never going to PC. We're never going to do other consoles. Like, what was it all for?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Archangel, that Desire was talking with me in voice as I was going back and forth with Nib before he blocked me when I proved him that. That's how Desire knows that.
This is the thing that's crazy about it. Like,
I
nobody,
know.
like, you got professionals in the media that have been, towing the PlayStation line this whole time, especially about hardware exclusivity. And for that to come out like that, like y'all guys had a conversation, explain to me how professionals in the industry hasn't told this to people. Why is this coming out in like a debate between like three gamers in a comment section or whatever? Like, there's professionals. This is your job to inform
Yep.
people about this type of stuff. And why are people just now finding out about it now? There's clearly not a light switch that you flip and you were like, well, all of a sudden games are going to X. No, you knew because of the way you were coding games this whole time, and you didn't
Yep.
say anything to anyone.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, they probably hinted, But the way that this worked is like, PlayStation fanboys don't want to hear it. Do you know the reason why Shinobi blocked me? It was because he started saying that Forza was coming on Xbox. And I told him, yeah, that's right. Xbox is putting their games on PlayStation as a part, of their multi-platform strategy. And I linked a video, Hiroki Totoki, this one here, I think I got it right here. And then he blocked me. He didn't want to hear it. He blocked me right away when I show him this clip right here.
There is computing. Users will be able to play their favorite games seamlessly. Gamers will be able to find a place to play in different spaces. While PlayStation will remain our core product, we will expand our gaming experiences to PC, mobile, and cloud.
Okay, he said
There it
where
is.
there's computing, where
That's
there's
it right there.
computing there's computing on your phone, there's computing on your Xbox, there's computing on your TV. It's literally everywhere, and he's telling you where there's computing. He's opening the sentence like that, and nobody thought of nothing. All right, I showed Shinobi, which is a huge Sony PlayStation fanboy. He blocked me. He didn't want to hear it. Like if I believe something is happening at Xbox and somebody show me proof that this is what's happening, like okay, I could be delusional or I could be believing whatever I want to believe, but as long as I'm provided with an information that I know is solid, that is like recorded or something, I'm like, okay, shit, whoa, like I was wrong, and I would gladly take the L. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no shame in that, bro. Because if you don't know, like, you don't know. Like, how can you help it? But once the information is provided to you, and yet you decide to deflect, you decide to not take it seriously, or you decide to ignore it, that's when you are worse than the ignorant. And there's no other way of saying it, And it's just like the fact that they want to protect PlayStation integrity. And you shouldn't be doing this for these companies, that's what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't be trying to shield any company from nothing, because at the end of the day, this is all hard earned money that we spend in this hobby, and we deserve to know the fucking truth. And this is what we're here for, to tell you the truth as a fan. Like, bro, this is what actually is going on. This is what happens. Like when a Sony PlayStation fanboy trying to grift out of something and tell you this is like the reason why this shit happened. We are here telling you, bro, like this is not what it is. Like the information is out here. We're pointing out in the right direction. And the same thing when something happens at Sony PlayStation, we'll go ahead and try to give you the right information. We're just not gonna go ahead and try to create rumors. That's not what we do here. I barely cover any rumors. And the funny thing is, like, I decided to cover the rumor yesterday here in the show. That was the Lego Horizon coming to Xbox, and then this news dropped like a few hours later.
It was like 8:30 at night when it happened, too.
Yeah, we were waiting. I was waiting to go in the show with Simone and Duro.
Well, I know
At
exactly when
Heartbeat.
it dropped because I was in Salt Shakers with, oh no, it's Alex and everybody that was playing Peak last night, and they got posted this information from Hazardor 30 minutes before they went live.
Mm-hmm.
And they went over it after they streamed, and it was just wild what they came up with. Combing through everything, they were checking on all the PlayStation channels. They got clips that even Astro Cyborg hasn't clipped.
Whew.
So tonight with Alex, Gara's video that he just put out a little while ago, and he's streaming his community day right now, and he's going to be doing his Salt stream tomorrow. And there is going to be a ton of videos that are going to be dropped from all the Salt channels come Monday.
All y'all PlayStation gamers that are out there that, you called Phil Spencer a liar all these years, and you called for him to get fired and stuff like that. Like, y'all are feeling it right now, because 2016, 2017, and then reiterated again in 2023 and 24, they told you that all this exclusivity to, low-level hardware programming and coding to the metal was going to be a lesser and lesser thing moving forward. And y'all all assumed that, this whole exclusivity thing was going to be fire, right? But then you have PS4 gamers that can't play games that came out on PS5, right? Because unlike with Xbox's unified platform, you can have an Xbox One, you can have a Scorpio, you can have a Series. You feel me? You could have one of their handheld Xbox class devices. You can be on the Game Pass cloud. You can be on your PC, and you just play your games. While with PlayStation, this whole exclusivity thing, it's caused a whole audience fracture between their figures. You got ponies touting what 120 out there, PlayStation users, but it's like, but there's so many games that don't work that you have to buy a PS5 to play.
Yeah, the fan base is split.
Right. So this
whereas
whole
Xbox,
thing,
everything has it.
Exactly. This whole hardware thing is not beneficial to anyone. If anyone would have listened to Phil back in 2016, which is surprising to me, that so many were listening to Phil directly, like motherfuckers were sitting next to the dude doing interviews. If anybody would have listened to the coding stuff that he was trying to pass to y'all back in 2016 and 17, could have probably predicted today back then. And we would have already been preparing gamers for that back then. But instead, what did y'all want to do? You want to have a whole resolution console war over a bunch of bullshit? Like, this was all for nothing.
Yep. And it makes it seem even more pointless now that everything is come full circle and everything is what is it, compatible with everything. It's just
Right.
like, what was the whole point, bro? And look, it's been looking this way for a long time, and we were saying here in the channel for a long time that shit is gonna change, bro. And exclusivity is definitely getting, more, harder to come by. There will be time exclusives, right? And there'll be some sort of exclusivity to certain content, but it's not gonna be like it used to. Definitely not. It's gonna be one or two things. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe PlayStation would never got something like Last of Us anywhere, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe
I think
they'll
Last of
pick like
Us-
one or two franchises that be okay.
Right.
This is gonna be exclusive to our thing. But like when there's money to be made, there's no telling where these
Except
games are
they
going
can't
to
do
end
that
up.
anymore, Demo. They can't do that anymore. They don't have enough games coming out to warrant that.
That's another thing.
They're overblowing their budgets. They're not selling gangbuster copies of sales anymore for whatever reason, whether the game is bad or not all the fan base is interested in that, or whether it's locked only to the newer console platform that people refuse to upgrade to because they don't want to do it for just 1 or 2 games, like you said. Because if what Hiroki and Nishino and Herman Holst have said is true, then they're only having 1 game a year. And if they believe in generations, that means that their tentpole titles, you're getting 10 games a generation.
Yep.
Xbox has damn near dropped 10 games in a month this whole first half of the year.
This is crazy, bro.
Yo.
So why are you
Facts.
going to buy a game that's a single-player, story-driven, cinematic, over-the-shoulder narrative game that you're going to play for a weekend, or a platformer like Astrobot, when you're going to be done with that game in a weekend, or whenever there happens to be a DLC, you play it for maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and then you're done and ready to move on. Xbox has got lengthy RPGs, the biggest bloated game of the century in Final Fantasy Rebirth, and I'm very wary about what the third game is going to be. And it's just like, what are they doing? Because there's nothing that PlayStation can do right now that is going to put them in a positive light in any position, because they're following in the PlayStation in the footsteps of Xbox right now. So PlayStation has big shoes to fill because Xbox has already been doing it for 10 years. They own the Windows platform, so they already have a gateway into the ecosystem of PC very easily. Then you have to look at the fact that what does Xbox offer for the PC platform? Cross-save, cross-platform playing, and cross trophy list and all that, right? Cross achievements. What does PlayStation offer? Damn near none of it. Damn near none of it. And if they do, it's only 1 or 2 of the things. And Xbox is introducing cross-buy. So what the hell? When
Sony
it comes
knows they
to
gotta scale.
PlayStation, when it comes to PlayStation and they start doing this, and if they even do day and date, Game Pass alone giving you day 1 drop games, that is still putting them Xbox over PlayStation. What are they going to do when all the games are the same? The hardware is going to do the talking, and everything is on PC. So if it can be played on your PC, why the hell do you even need a console? Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody's going to still buy the consoles. There's going to always be the hardcore, diehard fans out there, some of them. But when it's all on PC and it's all the same, what are you going to do? There's going to be very, very little differentiating factors. It's going to be, and right now, Xbox still has the lead over that. The differentiating factors.
You brought up an interesting point, Powerballs. You mentioned that for some reason PlayStation's games aren't doing gangbusters anymore, and it's not a coincidence that this happened right after retail started crashing like crazy. A lot of PlayStation's physical sales at retail, the shipped game sales, was contributing to their numbers this whole time. And now they don't really got that no more. It's mostly digital sales, so it's based on discovery when it's digital. And right now their discovery is like I'm hearing like what 10-20%, not even 20%, is less than that. And while you got Xbox here 30-40% discovery on their platform. So when PlayStation's thinking about where they put in their games, they looking at, all right, 30-40% discovery on Game Pass, and I get a bag. Not a tough choice.
Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy, man.
Easy money.
Yeah. We got some comments here.
I'll be first to admit, not every game is for every person. Not everybody's going to like a third-person shooter, a first-person shooter, an action-adventure game, an RPG, or a top-down like Baldur's Gate 3. Not everybody is going to play every single game. You can have 100 million games out there and 100 million different people that are going to play them. It doesn't mean that the game is bad. Okay,
right?
You can sit like they were trying to tout that Forza just going to PlayStation was number 4 on the charts, right? And they said it's not even in the top 20 of all-time played right now or all-time bought or something like that. It's a 5-year-old fucking game.
That's true, bro.
It's not going to be in the fucking top charts. God damn.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit, man. So crazy shit. Dark Angelic with the crime has no limits. Fell station. Yeah, Archangel's a little low in the mic. I've been getting that here too, but yeah, audio got really quiet. Oh yeah.
Seems like I'm doing all right now.
Yeah. Somebody invite me to play Minecraft for Windows, man. The fuck up! I don't play that shit. I think you try to invite my brother-in-law or some shit. Not me. He's the one who played. Peel up in the house saying, why you ain't read my super chat? Yeah, I read your super chat. Like,
some of these are from earlier.
Oh, earlier. Okay. Drinkas guy made a video and did not keep the same energy at all.
Wow.
Like somebody said, PC is closed. Holy shit. And the meltdown is epic. And no surprise with PlayStation going full third party. Ponies failed PlayStation over and over, but not buying games and only buying on PlayStation games. And only buying and playing Xbox games.
Playing Twitter.
At some point, you realize that these hardcore fans with YouTube channels are 3 million of their 70 millions. So you stop caring about brand damage for that tiny few when your majority is on Fortnite. And he has a point. Like, Twitter is a bubble. It is.
Well, no, I mentioned that on our last show. Twitter. I mentioned that on the show yesterday. The ones that are on the podcast, us, all the PlayStation podcasts, all the Salt Miner podcasts, we are the minority gamers. Okay, because I'm pretty sure that there ain't 30 million Xbox players that are watching all of the Xbox podcasts. There's not 30 million PC gamers or 100 million or 1.8 billion PC gamers that are all watching all the Salt Miner channels. Like I said, we are the minority voice. We are just the loudest, and all we can do is spread the word to those that we do know to get the word out. Now, are we going to reach everybody? Hell, frick, no.
Some people don't even care.
And that's true, too. But what we can do is pass the word around and give an informed decision of those who ask for our opinions.
Yeah, some crazy
and
shit,
I think that's the big thing.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody watching from Twitch and Kick. Shout out to them. The show is also available in there. You want to go ahead and follow me. And that's that, man. We've been having a great time talking games. The whole situation at Sony PlayStation is kind of wild. And I just think it's the right move for them, bro. And we've been saying it. The day that PlayStation goes third party and they focus more on the games rather than selling the box, is the day that a lot of people are gonna be free from the shackles of Sony, and a lot of people are gonna start giving a shit about being in a platform or the other one. And that's a great thing because like fuck buying 3 or 4 consoles just so you can play every game available. How about like you buy whatever console you want, whatever brand you want, and you play all the games you want in there.
Fact.
Phil Spencer
Eh,
said it best: "Let the
Mhm.
hardware do the talking."
Let the
And right
hardware
now,
and the games.
what has the best hardware on the market? PC.
Yeah, I
PC
think
is always going to be the best because consoles always come out with whatever they're being built with because they're a closed box. Now, if
Yep.
Xbox and the next one that comes out can be modular and can upgrade and do similar things more to a PC, that'll be a different story and a different conversation. But
Yeah.
right now, that's what the story is with the PS5 and the PS5 Pro and the Xbox Series consoles. It is what it is. You get what you get, and you pay for what you get at the time. And
I
it
you
can't be
raise
upgraded.
yeah,
and you
I
raise
think
an
you said it
interesting
best
point.
right there, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you raise an interesting point there because when Phil Spencer has developers making games, they're free to make whatever ceiling that they want. They're not boxed into, oh, we gotta program our game in time for the release of this small console over here and prioritize this, that, and the third. They have complete freedom to do whatever they want, target
Mhm.
whatever dates they want, and hit the platforms that they want and scale how they want. And that's the most important part. Because when
Even
developers,
Doom the Dark
yeah,
Ages.
right.
They came out with Doom the Dark Ages, and shortly before the game's launch, Phil Spencer had the interview with the guys from id Software sitting on the couch, and he said, "Hey, we bought you guys when Doom the Dark Ages was already in development, and we asked you, do you still want to make for the platform?" They didn't constrict them. They said, "Hey, if you're making it and you still want to make it, you can, and we're not going to stop you."
Yeah. I mean, this is absolute cinema. Like that meme, like what we're seeing right now. Yeah, I'm glad that Sony PlayStation really stopped listening to the ponies, bro. It's not like I ever did, right? Because at the end of the day, I think their strategy, was obsolete for a while. I think like if Sony PlayStation would have started like putting the games on PC day one, they would have been definitely twice their size right now.
Yeah, I think
When it comes to the digital space. Yeah.
you're right, and I think that's why the gaming discussion is going to be forcefully changed because now it's not going to be about fanboy basis anymore. It's going to be, hopefully now we shift to a discussion between communities that enjoy
Mm-hmm.
games rather than throwing game boxes at each other trying to hit each other in the forehead. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this is a game, this is a community I'm part of, this is the games we like, this is what we play, this is what we rock 24/7, whatever, where we put our money in MAUs. Maybe things get better. One thing I will say is this is not good for the fanboy discussion at all. This is great for Sony, Microsoft, but this is not going to be good for fanboys. And y'all got to let it go. The Twitter wars, it's over. Now it's just everybody get together and talk games around the fire like we used to do back in the day.
Yeah. So if
Now,
you
I
spend
will
all this
say,
time, not doing your homework in gaming and just talking about console sales and shit, like let me tell you right now, go ahead and do the homework because all we got to talk about all we got left is games. There is no console words. All right. What's up? What you gonna say?
I was just going to say, when you talk about what's coming and what's going on in the industry, right? You have to look at, all the different things that are going on to where everybody is trying to say, okay, so if I do this and I put out this game this way, what's left? So what's Sony been doing? They've been testing the waters, right? They started putting this generation all of their games on PC slowly, and some ports have been worse than others. Now, they have had some good ports, even though the games are dog shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have Lost Soul Aside that's coming day and date next month to PC. They're putting Helldivers 2, a live service game, on Xbox when they're already planning on 2 more with Fair Games and Marathon, if those even release now at this point, with all the drama and turmoil that's going on in those studios. And we all know how that's turning out so far. The only thing that's left, especially, like the rumor yesterday, I know Boomstick put that out with Lego Horizon coming to Xbox, potentially. And you think they're going to stop there? They're going to literally test the waters, because literally they only have 2 things left. They have a test to put, or actually, no, I'm sorry, 3 or 4 tests left. They have to put their games, single player games, on an Xbox. All right. They have to put their games day and date on PC, which they're about to do with Lost Soul Aside.
Yes, sir.
And then they have to try to put their games on all platforms, which Marathon and Fair Games is going to be the test for, if the game is decent enough that it's going to launch everywhere, and they're going to see the sales numbers. So then they're going to say, okay, if our single player game does big gangbuster numbers, more than the first week of sales than what it did on PlayStation at launch. Okay, so what happens if we release our next single player game, the next one being Sorrows? Now, I'm not saying this is going to be that game. It could be, but it might not be. It might be Wolverine. It might be the next game they announce. I don't know. But they're going to say, okay, so what happens if we release our next single player game day and date everywhere? How much numbers are going to be there? And it's going to be a trial. Now, if the numbers do good, they're going to do it once. And if the numbers are good, they're going to continue doing it, because they're not going to leave the money on the table.
Of course,
like everybody's always saying, they're going to want that money. They're always trying to make that red line go up.
And like they've been doing, because they've been sleeping on that money as well. And shout out to Dave Reese. Thank you for the tweet. He said, Big Phil sitting back, watching the drama unfold. Big Phil chilling, bro. He been chilling. We also got Wet Dave in the house. How you doing, homie? Good to see you. Good to have you around. Go ahead and follow Wet David. You haven't. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Boy, yeah, man. We out here, and Sony PlayStation fanboys aren't having that much fun. They really have.
Wet Dave's got another super chat for you.
Oh, he had a super chat. I didn't see that.
Hey,
just
right
now.
there. Just came up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. What Dave in the house? Demo, roast the ponies. Pour salt on their wounds and talk that shit. Holy crap. Let's get it, bro. We're gonna make him dance, bro. We're gonna make them pony dance. Oh shit, man.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Man, they crazy job, man. I kind of feel bad for them too on a way, because it's like damn that they got a good roasting coming to them, and with revenge, because I know people really felt some type of way because of the way the Sony PlayStation fans, they've been towards every gamer, dude, because they don't only talk shit towards Xbox. They took down on the Nintendo dudes. They took down on PC guys. They took down back when what was it, like the Google Stadia was a thing.
Fuck you, Google Stadia.
And the Luna and everything else. Yeah.
They're the most hated gang for sure. The Hoovers of the gaming.
They suck it all up.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's terrible, man. I just hope that we as gamers can come together, right? And not hate on each other like this, dude. Like, I just hope so. But they do have the well-deserved, spanking coming their way. But after that, man, and after that, I'm pretty sure after they pay the dues, right, we can go ahead and go back to focusing on the things that we really care about, which is the games, bro. Oh, this Sony PlayStation fanboy bullshit is getting. We were getting tired. At some point, we were like thinking, like, what in the fuck are we doing? Okay, we roasting him and shit, but this shit will never end. These motherfuckers will never learn. It's just like some crazy shit.
This is the same cycles over and over again.
Yeah. Over and over. Same cycle of violence, Pony on butt, bottom butt, pony on pony. That shit went hard.
Now, let's not forget also, not Don Magic, but before him, or maybe it was Don Matrick, but no, it was before Don Matrick. The previous head of Xbox at that time, he came out recently and had a video that he had an interview saying, "Yeah, we stoked the console wars. It was good for business. Exclusives sold, but that's not the damn marketplace anymore." And that's the problem. It's not the same marketplace as when all the consoles launched. Microsoft breaking boundaries and putting games on PC and doing good at it, it's making PlayStation think, what the hell can we do to keep up? And they're literally being left in the dust by the sheer volume of games, not to mention everything else that's about to come out with the announcement of new hardware, in the handheld, the next generation Xbox, all the promise games. Yes, some got canceled and it sucks, especially for some of those games like Perfect Dark that we're wanting.
Of course.
But that doesn't mean that we're not still excited for every other game that's still coming out.
Even if it's not an Xbox first party, if you like Game Pass like I do, and you're part of the service, we got exciting content dropping over there, even from third party suitors. So I do still believe that Xbox at least got that shit, that value. But now, if PlayStation lose their exclusives, they're literally losing their identity. What's next? How are they gonna get your money if exclusives are done? And this is what we got. Some of the Sony PlayStation fans like, fuck it, I'm not doing this.
Thank you, Space Shot. Peter Moore. That's who I was trying to think of.
Listen, it is what it is. This will be my last PlayStation. Thank you, Herman Souls. Thank you, Hiroki Totoki. Thank you all for fucking up the brand. Well done. Fuck off.
And this is it. This is the end. And that's what a lot of Sony PlayStation fans are going through right now. And they are saying that we're going to PC, and we're saying, hold up, wait a minute. Before you come over here, you cannot be leaking corporate boots like that here. You know what I'm saying? We like shit one way. The Xbox do in general, they always complain about when shit didn't go their way. They complain about the Xbox Go when shit went south, and Microsoft and Xbox try to increase their prices. Everybody went outside with pitchforks and, and shovels and everybody complaining. When now Xbox try to do and drop a game at $80, everybody complained. They looked at the numbers, they look at people taking a stand against this bullshit, and they were like, you know what, we got to go back on the word. But Sony PlayStation fan won't even do that. Sony PlayStation fan will take it, and he will be quiet as hell. You know what I'm saying?
I've said it before here. I've said it on Point for Gamers. I've said it everywhere that I go on a podcast with, right? When Xbox channels or Salt Miner channels talk about the corporations, we know that they are not your friend. We know that when they do something wrong, we call them out. We don't hold back shit. If they do something wrong, like Microsoft laying off 9,000 people, yeah, it sucks, especially for the reason of going AI the way they are. It fucking sucks that people are losing their jobs, but that is not our job to worry about them. Yes, our heart goes out to them, and we hope they find work and their families survive and their life moves forward. But as a gamer in the gaming space, especially in the console wars or the console space, that means absolutely jack shit to every single person that plays video games.
Mm-hmm.
We lose talent. It sucks. Hopefully that they come back in some form, but we still have games moving forward, and that's the important part.
So, okay, one of the things that you were saying is like, is it a lie that they're building all these Sony PlayStation games with Sony PlayStation in mind only, and then there might be, they've been probably thinking about doing this for a long time?
Yeah, because from a because from like a design standpoint, you can't pull this out of your ass out of nowhere. Like, these are games, a lot of them that took years to make. Some of the games that are on PC that are just like ready to go, locked and loaded on Xbox, they were working on them joints during the PS3 generation. So what's the deal? Like, why are we just finding out about this right now?
Yeah, I was just thinking about what you said, and it just makes perfect sense. It's almost like they were like, okay, we're gonna leave room, right, just in case we have to do what we got to do. And I don't think that's a bad strategy because you imagine the market shifting and Sony PlayStation gonna have to do double the work just because they try to be slick with their games, and now they're screwed. And in order for them to do a port, it's almost like as if they gotta start from scratch. It's crazy. It's crazy. So they gotta be glad somebody in there was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing all of that," and probably left it that way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel you.
The best thing about all this, somewhere out there in the multiverse, Team Dog is seeding and coping. Hey, hit the like button for demo. Yeah, hit the like button if you already here, dog. Shout out to Wet Days,
He's like,
man.
damn,
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Have you seen some of the posts that are coming out trying to damage control over all this stuff too?
Oh yeah, I got some in here too. Sure.
Oh my god. There's somebody trying to take Nib's crown.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, William, whatever, right?
William A. Yep.
Bro,
One
hold
of-
on.
Reforge's top fucking donator. One of them.
Yeah. William something. Hold up. Subitek was like, bro, I'm not gonna defend this. And he's like,
Zubitek changed his banner.
But yeah, Subitek.
He took all PlayStation information out of it. He's no longer the colors of PlayStation.
Bro.
He's just backtracking everything.
Look, like I got it right here, bro. The tweet. It's so
Look up
fucking
Gaz.
crazy.
Gaz has the tweet.
I do have the actual tweet though. Hold on. Shout out to Gas. Gas has been going crazy with him.
Yes, he has. Oh my god.
Murdered him. Like I'm surprised that he hasn't been taken to jail because the murders have started like early in the morning and everything. Like good morning, PlayStation. Let me see. Share the screen. We're gonna get into a tweet. Oh my god, this guy, bro. Shout out to him, bro. Because you imagine doing this shit for free, bro. For a company that don't give a shit about you. You don't know. Sony doesn't even know who this guy is. So he said, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but look at how much he wrote. Okay, so basically he's saying correcting misunderstandings on the Sony Interactive Entertainment job listing for Senior Director, Multiplatform and Account Management. Note that the first responsibility of the job listing is to oversee the out-year mid-range. So we talked about this. It's literally going and fixing all of this shit. He doesn't even work for PlayStation. He has no power over the position. He has like, what the fuck are we witnessing?
What is he
here?
correcting and clarifying?
I don't know. How can you correct something that you don't own? Like it's I mean, like, Archangel, I'm going to your house. I'm gonna correct your food right now.
And Nib's doing the same
like,
thing. That's the wild thing. Nib is doing the same thing.
I'm there, bro. He's sort of like, now come on, stop it, guys. You're gonna make me have a heart attack here, bro. He say, what about it all depends on what type of game it is. In that, to an extent, I agree with him. Like I said, like I'm not saying that every PlayStation game would come, but they would definitely, have a strategic position, right? When it comes to these games. It's like case by case basis, and eventually, of course, I think the majority of the games will end up coming to Xbox anyways, because they will be coming to the next Xbox anyway, guys. And this is the thing that Sony PlayStation saw. He's seen the band-aid, right? Like it's been open, the floodgates. Xbox got our games. We might as well put them there willingly so we look good, like as we were the ones who took the decision and it wasn't taken for us. You know what I'm saying?
The only part of
We
this
know the
whole
truth.
long-ass tweet that he has right, though, is that side note that he put right there, the hypothetical.
Which one?
Right there. You just had it. In between 3 and 4.
Between 3 and 4.
Right there at the top, side note.
Oh, side note, hypothetically, if
that is the
SIE
only thing in that whole fucking paragraph,
you read,
statement, thesis, whatever. Yeah, I read his whole fucking thing.
Holy
that is the
shit,
only thing that
Pablo.
even has some credibility, and the only reason that being is that is the only way that PlayStation can block any a PlayStation game on PC from being played on an Xbox system.
Let me
then
read
they
it,
can be sued for anti-consumerism.
Yes,
Yeah.
read it for those of us that can't see tiny text.
Okay, put on your
Sorry.
glasses, old man. It
It
says,
says,
side note.
okay.
You can go ahead, Power Boss. Do it yourself.
Sure. I'll read it. So, side note, hypothetically, if Sony Interactive Entertainment ever makes a PC PlayStation store for games that come over 1 to 2 years later, they could put that store on the Xbox Mini PC device and not have to give any cut of those game sales to Microsoft, but they would lose potential PlayStation 6 hardware sales, so they would be cautious with this possible scenario. The only problem is, if they do curate that, right, they're not going to allow PlayStation's app to be put onto the Xbox. And they don't have to because they have Steam.
Bro, it's just, you know, the funny thing, he comes and talks. What about like transformational multiplayer? What about he didn't talk about the one of the first key things that was a multi-platform approach.
No.
He never mentioned that here.
It's literally PlayStation's just 4 games moment.
Okay, because I have the article here, and what is the part that we seen here? The key responsibility. He missed out. The first one he missed it out, which is, look, multi-platform strategy leadership. He never mentioned that. He's like, bro, we didn't see that. We're like, no. I didn't see that.
He did go over the oversee the out of the year mid-range commercial strategy. He did say that,
but he didn't call it for what it was. That's my point.
He didn't cover any of the titles of what they are.
But you have to cover the title. Like that's
you
the most
have
important
to
part.
because that's exactly.
That's like the most important. Like what the fuck, bro? Well,
yo, this shit.
This
whole shit with ponies is like the reach is crazy. Look, if the game costs $200 million or more, if it has multiplayer, if the team is desperately trying to pay their rent and feed their children, and if it came out on Windows PC, it's coming to Xbox. It's time to just face facts.
Hold on. If you think he's
and don't forget that William Aguilar is posting addendums.
No, bro. Bro, check it out. Look at it. He added more. But wait, there's more. God damn, bro. Shut up. Just shut up. And look, and we got.
And he cites his own fucking article in that too.
No fucking crazy.
And he has responded to every single fucking person in that thread.
He's really desperate.
What is this? This is too much.
And it scrolls.
He might as well apply for the position. You got me, William. You beat me to it.
No, go back up to the top and look at how many people have commented on him.
Look at this guy. Gave him
But look at how many people have responded to this as a comment, right?
185 comments.
He has commented back on every single one of them.
Goddamn, William, bro. William on suicide watch today. Somebody call 1-800, whatever the number is, bro. He's in pain. I'm
Take
looking
all the
for
pills out of the medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Make sure he sleeps on the side or on the stomach.
And this is the tweet that got me, bro. Shout out. So William posted all this stuff. Shout out to William, bro. I love you, man. You know, you're the homeboy. We got Zuitek here saying you are literally on your own. He say, I'm sorry, bro, but it's over. Personally, not going to do it, but it's official. Now it's official on their site. Helldivers 2 is on Xbox. The Arthur Body. Woo! Oh, my God. Holy
focus
shit.
on consistently delivering at least one tentpole title per year.
Not like this. Too late.
And not even exclusive anymore. One tentpole title a year, and it's not even exclusive anymore, bro. Holy shit, this is wild. That tweet got me so good, bro. That shit was fire, man. Holy crap.
And just think, Demo, that is only the tip of the iceberg of what has gone down within the last 24 hours.
Shit. I wish my grandma was alive so I could eat her food again with this type of salt. That would have been flawless.
Delicious pony sauce.
Yeah, grandma food
The
with
most
pony
decadent.
salt. That would have been crazy. God damn, man. I don't know what else to say, guys. Let me see, chat. This is crazy, crazy. We got what Dave's saying. Reforge is in major denial. Yeah, we're gonna have to check his temperature later. and see.
Oh, there's going to be some
I'm
things
waiting.
coming out about him.
I'm waiting the reaction of the pony so that I can make a reaction to this news type video. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for them to give me the content so that we can, see how they feel. After all the shit they sure talk a lot of shit. They spend like a whole year saying Starfield is coming to PlayStation. Starfield, Xbox is third party. You have no reason to buy an Xbox.
I should go back and relook at the
that's
2
crazy.
polls that I put out on Twitter.
Yo, that is so crazy. Yo, how did Helldivers come to Xbox before PS4 and before Starfield ever came to PlayStation? That is crazy.
Well, I told you why I think Starfield either isn't or hasn't gone to the PS5 yet. Okay, it's not because they don't want to, because they were working on the coding before Bethesda and ZeniMax were bought and made exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and PC, because PlayStation was trying to make it exclusive to just their ecosystem, which would have kicked out a lot of gamers in itself. But I personally think it's the modding scene, because they upped the limit from 2 gigs of what was in Fallout 5 and Skyrim to over 100 gigs for Starfield. Good, bad, or indifferent. That I think is the biggest issue that PlayStation is facing right now with games that are so big. Mm-hmm. Because you got to think, what is mostly on PlayStation? Call of Duty.
Right.
How big is fucking Call of Duty?
Huge.
It's 300 to 400 gigs. That's damn near half of your entire PlayStation console. Yep. It's a quarter of the PlayStation Pro.
Yeah, if you're playing Call of Duty, that means that you're not playing that many games.
You damn near have nothing else installed if games like that and Black Myth Wukong are those fucking file sizes.
Yeah, bro, that's one of the things. Now with my PC, it's like, shit, I got more space. I got 2 gigs that 2 terabytes that I use just for gaming, 1 extra terabyte that I use to make content, and 1.5 or something. And then I have my Xbox, so I now have space to have Call of Duty and big games like that installed. But when I don't have the space, it's just like so tight and you have to be like thinking about what games you're gonna download and whatnot. It's just some crazy shit, dude. Holy crap. Woo, everything was going well for you guys. Not now, and now he's not only Horizon, but he's the whole slate. That's some crazy shit, man.
And I told you, that's exactly what's going to happen, because they're seeing what Xbox is doing with the numbers on PlayStation, porting old games. And Xbox has a lot more IPs to bring to PlayStation than PlayStation has to bring to Xbox right now. Let's face it. And on top of that, they're testing the water. They're testing the waters. They're seeing what's working and why. And they're literally going to come out and say, hey, okay, what's our next test? Is this going to make us money? Let's do it this way. Yep. Then they're going to say, let's take it a step further. They're going to eventually be doing the same thing as Xbox and trying out and seeing what's going to be working, whether it's multi-platform, live service games and gas games, whether it's going to be single player tentpole titles or third party projects. And there we go. That's literally all it is. And they're going to see the numbers and they're going to assess, hey, do we want to keep doing this? And I'm telling you, they're going to make so much money hand over fist that they're going to say, hell yeah, we want to do this. They want money.
You know what's funny?
Because cocaine is expensive, guys. You got to understand. Coke is expensive.
You know what's funny, bro? Check out this Red Dragon tweet, bro. There is a very good chance that Fable releases on PlayStation at launch. There is 0 chance that Wolverine releases on Xbox Series at launch. That's all you need to know. They are not the same, not even close. What the fuck is he talking
Not
about?
for the reasons he thinks.
I mean,
I think that personally now we're approaching a place where it's about who's got the ability to put games on like to scale all their games across the most platforms. It's
Yes,
just like
sir.
Powerball said earlier. That's what this is about now. And
Well, don't
PlayStation
forget.
just don't got it.
Don't forget, Dirt Griggity called me out, all right, on P-Lump channel, I think it was. You know, when it came to Gears, Gears was not originally owned by Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
It has become since a tentpole pillar of Xbox since they have acquired the studio, the Coalition. Okay, but Fable has been a first-party game since launch, and it's always been on Xbox, never anywhere else. Halo, it's only been recently that Halo
That's been
was
rumored, right?
Well, I'm saying that it was never on PC before.
Right.
Now it's on PC. And Halo has been there since the beginning, and that wasn't theirs at the beginning, but Fable was. Okay, so we only have to assume and go off of what we know that currently we only know there's something big in the works. Okay, Fable has never been outside of the Xbox ecosystem. Never. So for him to say that it's a quote unquote good chance that it's releasing on PlayStation at launch, sure, with what they're doing with this multi-platform, it's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that there's zero chance that Wolverine is going to launch on the series at launch, he don't know that. He don't know shit. It's got just as much chance as Fable going to PlayStation at this point.
That's true. That's true. Based on their both their strategy, it's just like, but this is like the denial, right? Like it's like, why are you even saying this when you know and you can take a look at the whole picture and then you can tell what PlayStation is trying to do, right? I mean, I just can't think of any other thing right now.
I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna keep it real with when I see posts like this, and I see Jaffe and all these developers talking about that. Most games that ever come out don't get to see more than like 5% of all games don't get to see more than 1,000 players of discovery if they're lucky. When I see people posting stuff like that, it's just like it just feels like such a waste. Like you're basically saying that you're proud of the fact that less people are going to know the relevance of your game. I don't really see how that's I don't see how that benefits anybody, especially the devs.
Yeah, it's literally insane, man. But we got I am Desire in the house. He made it. How's it going, man?
Yo,
how are you around, man? How's it going? Let's go.
Drop your pipe bomb, yo. You've been listening to the show. We know you was there. Drop the pipe bomb. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. I mean, I don't really have a pipe bomb. I just come back. I was busy dealing with, the fact that I lost Salt Bingo. So now I have to record 7 days of Salt content. Oh, God.
Let's go.
It's going to be so fun.
I mean, you got plenty, bro. You got plenty.
No. The funniest part is that it's his second time in a row losing.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn, bro. So welcome, Desire, man. We've been speaking about the latest news. In case that you haven't heard, since you live, I know, under the rock, and you don't know that PlayStation is trying to put games on Xbox. And
I already
we
know
found
about
out.
that. I made fun of everybody.
Yeah,
everybody for that.
But now about that job, are you going to take that job too? Because I mean, it looks like I had competition. I was trying to apply, but I think William is ahead of me based on all the chilling that he does for Sony PlayStation. What's up with you?
I wouldn't want to work for Sony at all. I
It's a
don't
good
want to
job.
go back. I'm not going back into that industry. I am not going back. You could not pay me enough. Oh my God.
300 grand. And the ability to end exclusivity for good.
Did you see Reforge is coping over it?
No, we haven't seen him
He
yet.
did it on Twitch.
Oh, he went on Twitch?
Astro didn't
he's had multiple crash outs, not just what was on Twitch, Des.
Yeah, but he also crashed out like live on Twitch, and
yeah.
made fun of him for it in the video.
There's more than just that too.
Holy shit.
Blast was talking with us about it that 30 minutes before Salt Shakers went live last night, that Hazard Gaming dropped a whole big bombshell on it.
Mm.
So there's even more.
Let's have it. I want to see it.
Let me see. I'm trying to find the stream.
Here, I'll give it to you in a private chat.
Oh, it had 2 days ago though, but they didn't have the last one. I think he deleted his stream. That's a problem. You have to catch him when they.
I don't think he keeps it. Yeah, but
yeah, I think it's
Gara made a video on it and it was funny.
Oh man, I would totally dish my whole terabyte free space. Keep the shit, treasure that shit, do a physical copy and sell it. And be like on PlayStation, on Xbox, every platform. Oh my god, that's some crazy shit though. But yeah, that's wild, bro. It's just
What
like
do you think
karma.
about this, Desire?
Yeah, Desire. Tell us what you think though.
What do I think about them going multi-plat? Like I said, they were going to months and months and months ago.
Yeah.
It feels like, you know, I told people what would happen, and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. It's not like I worked in the industry.
Right.
Wow, everyone.
It's just what makes sense, right? And like you, many others also said it, right? And everybody, I'm surprised a hip hop gamer hasn't shown up and be like, "Oh, I said this. Please give me my flowers." Everybody's like,
Yeah,
I said it. You know,
I've been saying
crazy.
for months and months and months that they were going to change to this because they are seeing how much money Xbox is making, and here we are.
They greedy.
I've said it ever since they had that investors call. I sat up in the middle of the night when it first released, and I was covering it the next day with Porter Rock on his show, and then the very following day I was on here with Demo showing it, and that was shortly before King David also broke the news, and he did a video on it. So I sent you 2 links, Demo. The first one is Dreamcast Guy's video. The second one is the one that Desire may not know about that Reforge posted a short of.
I didn't even know Dreamcast Guy made a video about that.
Oh yeah, an hour ago, or about an hour and a half at this point.
If the title doesn't say "I quit PlayStation," he's lying.
I'm right here.
It's not Sony is dead. What type of bullshit is this?
It's been literally 1 year since I had that live stream that Sony's going third party, and I showed that Hiroki Toki clip. We've been saying it here, bro. Xbox third party, PlayStation's third party, everybody's third party, bro, because they try to make money. It's not that hard to see what these people are going to do. But let me check the links that Pablo said.
Gara covered, in here. Gara covered one portion of it, which was the Twitch live stream that, you know, they got sent as soon as Hazard Gaming notified them. This was what he also posted on his own following that crash out as well.
But that's Reforge crashing out right here?
This is him crashing out and damage controlling.
Let me see. I don't get no audio.
It's muted at the top.
Oh shit, my bad. I just don't watch any shorts like that, bro.
That got stoked again by a job posting. There's a job posting for a senior director for multi-platform and account management. And many people are saying, oh, this is a sign that they're changing. They're going to go for a multi-platform strategy. The mistake that people are making is PlayStation already has a multi-platform strategy. This isn't new. Herman Hulst has spoken to this numerous times to shareholders. Their multi-platform strategy is two-pronged. Live service games go day and date multi-platform. Their big narrative-driven tentpole titles go to PC later in the hopes that people will want sequels and maybe come to PlayStation. The PlayStation 5 is boasting somewhere between 20 and 30% new user acquisition, meaning people are buying PlayStation 5s that did not have a PlayStation before. So they are getting new users from somewhere. Maybe some of them actually are from PC. That's sort of beside the point, though. This is a position to oversee the existing strategy. This is not a signal that the strategy is changing. I have always said If PlayStation is going to change strategy, they will signal it to the shareholders first. That's exactly what Microsoft did. You had a CFO talking at a Wells Fargo summit. You had Satya Nadella talking to the shareholders, and they made it very clear they were shifting to multi-platform publishing day and date, which they've been doing on PC for way longer than PlayStation's been even putting games on PC later. So it's a very different strategy. And PlayStation has continued to emphasize the fact that their multi-platform strategy is two-pronged for live service and their big titles treated separately. This person in this position is going to be overseeing, it says right here, the out-of-year mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios across all non-PlayStation platforms, meaning they're going to be analyzing the revenue growth, the profitability of taking their games to other platforms, which makes sense why they list Xbox and Nintendo in the job posting, because we know Helldivers is going to Xbox. We know Lego Horizon already launched on Nintendo. There's the likelihood that more games will be going to Nintendo Switch too, because it is such a large platform. And that would be another great way.
Okay, Nintendo Switch 2 is only like 5 million Nintendo out there, and there's like 30 million Xbox. So right now, Nintendo is growing. Of course, it will probably beat that 30 million Xbox out there easily, right? But like throughout a couple of years, like you gotta give it time. Now. You know what I'm saying?
Reforge is lying to you, just so you're aware. I'm just going to blow your mind, because Herman Hulst said that they were going to release games on PC to try to get people to come to Xbox or to their PlayStation. Mm-hmm. That makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? No, it doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It's illogical. Now, let's go even more into this, because I have something called a brain, Karen.
But that's disrespectful. You're disrespecting my family when you do that.
That's what he said in his last video. That's why I'm making fun of him for it. I had to cover it today, and I lost because of you, damn it! No.
Calm down. Chill out, Desire. Chill out.
I am calm. This is me calm.
Damn.
Oh, right.
No, he is honestly lying to everyone, even himself, saying that shit. They are putting games on Xbox because they are seeing the profit. Facts. They wouldn't just put it on it for no fucking reason. Mm-hmm. Even if they get 100,000 sales, that's 100,000 that they didn't sell. Look at their last exclusives and how they have sold. Astrobot, barely over 2 million. And that was after Game Awards. Before Game Awards, it was only 1.8.
Yep.
And then one before that was barely, like, I think it was even under 2 million was the Final Fantasy, which is why Square Enix went multi-plat.
Yeah, it was just above 2 million after a week.
Okay.
But after several months, it was still only 3 million.
But you see what I'm saying? Yeah. They are not selling the games that they're saying are the reason you should buy us. The most sold game on the damn device is an Xbox game.
Yeah.
It's Call of Duty. Yep. Duh. So they're becoming multi-plat because they know that Xbox now has Steam. So even if they were to state, hey, Xbox is not getting it, it's going to Steam. Thus, they are. So it's just illogical. I don't understand why fanboys just have to lie and gaslight themselves into just this delusional shit where even Nib GPT, his GPT, disagreed with him.
Wow.
Damn, Nib GPT. Holy shit. Well, can we continue to see his pointy tears? I kind of want to get it to. I'm thirsty. It's hot here. All right, let's go.
Of testing, how profitable can our property be ported to companies' platforms later? We also know from Microsoft's own talks that they're leaning into being more of Windows gaming devices going forward and not a traditional Xbox. That would mean these pieces of property would be landing in Steam and potentially playable on those Xbox devices. This person's going to be measuring the profitability of that.
Okay, which is going to be more than we were making before.
They also
now, Demo, isn't that what I was just talking about earlier? They're testing the waters. They're putting things out there to see what's going to make them money, when and where and how, whether it's going to be an older single-player title coming over later. They're looking at Lost Souls Side, which is going to be coming day and date on Xbox or PlayStation and PC. They got games as a service games in Marathon and Helldivers 2 and Fair Games that are coming out. Helldivers is coming late. They're going to see how those numbers run. They're doing Marathon and Fair Games day and date. We're going to see how those numbers do. And as soon as they start doing all that, the only thing left to test is everywhere, day and date, a first-party title.
But
So,
boss,
on
my
all
question
platforms.
is, my question to you is, when all the coke runs out from whatever they made, from whatever plan they have, they're still gonna think about Xbox. Game Pass is
Absolutely.
back.
They have to. They
If
have
coke
to.
runs out.
the problem that nobody understands, and that in the fanboy community, is they don't understand the fact that they want games to sell. And this position, what is it made for? It is made to supersede and look over these things that are being developed. Not just games as a service, Karen. Not just games as a service. They are looking into everything. Otherwise, they wouldn't have already hired a new one. They would have kept the guy.
Here's one caveat to that, Des. Here's one caveat to that, okay? We know that from Herman Hulst and Nishino's statements in that interview with the investors call, right, that they did say that they were committed to live service gas games going day and date everywhere. Okay, so that is part of his decision. But what everybody like Reforge is missing, even Gara didn't touch on this, is that position also states that they will have control over how games will go in the future.
So it's kind of an independent department.
Right.
No, because the only person he reports to is who? The
Right,
vice president directly.
But the thing is that they are trying to make money in all of the games, right? Not only in live service games. Like this is like the most idiotic thing. It's almost like, okay, we trying to make God of War this thing that is huge, but we're not trying to sell it as much, which is why we're gonna keep it exclusive. If they trying to sell games, they're just not trying to sell you one game. They're trying to sell all of the games and monetize all of their games, which is why I believe that they're gonna continue to drop more content everywhere. And like I said, it's gonna be base by case by case. It's not gonna be all of them right now at the same time. And one of the reasons being that they don't have the manpower to do all these ports right away, and also they don't have the infrastructure to release all these games at the same time that way. So let's keep on seeing what he had to say. Any more cope? And all right, let's go.
So this job is not a signal of a new strategy.
Okay, it's not. It's not like
So
they mentioned Xbox in the job, bro. It's crazy.
now let's list all the games of the service that are coming out. All right, there's Marathon that might not even come out anymore, might be canceled,
Yeah,
and then
Fair
there's
Games.
Fair Games, which is DOA.
That's it.
So they wouldn't just make a whole ass new executive position.
Well, they also have the
For 2
Helldivers
games.
2.
I'm just saying, why would they have for
Okay.
Helldivers 2? Why would they make a new one when they already have a position for that?
Exactly.
Right. But then they also have one more game that you're forgetting about this.
What?
Which
The
is
Horizon MMO.
Ain't nobody gonna play that shit.
Well, we don't know. It might
We
actually
don't
be
know.
good.
Yeah, it might be.
It,
Good.
it could be good depending on how they do it, because they're not going to
I
have
wanted to mess with it
Aloy
a
as the
couple
main
times.
character. God forbid.
If it's not good, Sony ponies are gonna glaze it, just like they glaze all the games.
Oh,
that come
absolutely
out.
they are, because they have nothing else. Because there's
And they
nothing
don't
else
even
coming
play it.
out.
They're gonna glaze it, without playing it. You're right.
Yeah, like they did with Death Stranded.
But we've also got only 3 other games that we know about from PlayStation that are all single player coming out. We've got Sorrows. We've got the
No Soul Aside.
No,
I
the
think it's one of
Wolverine.
the ones. Wolverine.
Wolverine. And then there was
good.
one other game.
Intergalactica.
Intergalactic. Yeah. Intergalactic. That was the third
Not
game.
Galactic,
Those are
Galactic.
the only 3 games that we know that Sony has in the pipeline for the future at this point in time. They haven't said anything else about anything new from their first party studios.
Oh,
period.
and the God of War thing that they got. They got a God of
No,
War.
that got
thing going
canceled.
on. Oh, actually got canceled. The side scroller.
That was Blue Point, wasn't it?
Oh shit.
Oh no,
I
no,
didn't
you're
know
talking about the old school side scroller.
type Gears.
Yeah, but that's not
Gears,
coming
but-
from the first party studio.
Oh, that's not coming from a first party studio. So
No.
could they use this as another excuse to drop another game? on Xbox? God damn, why did I do
Is
that?
PlayStation turning into?
Nah, man. Whatever. It is what it is. I think we got what we wanted from him. Get him out of
It
here.
was almost over at that point.
Yeah.
And then there's Dreamcast guy's video.
Oh, let me share.
Mythcast guy.
Yeah,
I gotta make a video on that. So
It's the first one, right? The Dreamcast guy.
Yeah. That was the one that he put out in about an hour before we went live.
I'll be making a video on that later.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. Here's content for you.
Yeah. You got a whole week of salts. Count on it, bro.
I don't want to record it as we're doing it. That just seems like a cheap way of doing it.
Just make yourself notes.
No.
Yeah, you can clip this and use it in your video too if you say something funny.
No, I'm gonna just mute myself and walk away for a bit.
All right.
Nah, man. We're just gonna like take a look. We're just not gonna do the whole thing. We're just gonna take a look.
Just a small.
Yeah,
snippet.
we're not gonna try to break down the whole video. You know what
closer
I'm
to the when he actually talks about it because his
post that has very much pissed off the entire internet, which is the fact that last night PlayStation said something very, very strange. PlayStation officially said that the future of PlayStation isn't necessarily just playing games on your PS5, your PS6. It's actually about more than that. They said we're building a dedicated team to take the very best PlayStation experiences and put them into other places like the Nintendo Switch 2, like PC, and to Xbox. They
made a pony leg break.
He looks so happy. He looks so happy.
He was so happy about that whole thing until he had to mention Xbox. Everything about that, he was cheery as hell until he said Xbox.
Oh, man.
I can't say Xbox.
We're going to be focusing more on putting PlayStation games on Xbox. And a lot of people are kind of trying to figure out what this actually means. Is this retro stuff? Is this live service stuff? Is this going to be every single game? Is Spider-Man going? Is God of War going to Xbox? And I have to admit that this is an incredibly surprising thing. As a
Does that mean that PlayStation's dead?
Yeah, how come he didn't say that?
You'd make 3 videos saying Xbox is dead.
Come on, bro.
Where's the PlayStation
energy? Keep the same energy.
Person that not only covers gaming, but has specifically covered PlayStation now for decades. It's wild to watch because historically, Sony has had this tactic called the walled garden approach, which is that usually what they like to do is PlayStation is very, very defensive historically about their exclusives.
Well, looks like Sony PlayStation is for the streets right now. Not that's offensive, but they used to.
Maybe they should fucking release Demon Souls on PC, damn it. I know I can play it at 120. I know I can. I want it released regularly so I can just purchase the motherfucker.
Give the man his
shut up and pay me. I will pay you money. Put it on Steam. I'm tired of playing it through emulators.
Don't worry about it, Desire. They got you. Sony PlayStation got you right now.
They're like, okay, do you want our stories? Do you want our world? Well, you got to come to our playground to play it, right? That's how they've always done it. In fact, this is well known. A lot of PlayStation employees, PlayStation executives and stuff specifically were told not even to name their competitors when they're on camera. That's why when you see interviews with like Shuhei Yoshida and stuff, it always like, we're not concerned about our rivals.
Ooh, so you mean that Geoff Keighley's being told this too?
So he's lying right there with that statement because directly in the question the question that was directly asked, they were specifically name dropping Microsoft, talking about their multi-platform approach and if PlayStation has to do it. So he's right there lying. They said nothing of the sort. They were trying to do PR speak to stop from mentioning competitor platforms, but they were not told, hey, no, you cannot name drop another platform.
Right. All right, but let's get it.
We're not really concerned about market conditions. They would always phrase it instead of saying we've got better games than Xbox. They're straight up saying now, like, hey, Xbox is an important part of the market.
Woo! Okay, we're gonna leave it right there, boy. That right there. Look at our face after he said that. He had to reevaluate his entire life. I think his life flashed before his eyes right there when he said that. Xbox is. That's the key.
You love to see
An
it.
important part of the market, whether ponies like it or not. And every platform is an important part of an important piece of the puzzle because everybody, right? Every platform is an opportunity for your game to thrive. So come on, guys, what are we doing here? It is what it is, and it's gonna happen, and it has to happen if we want to move forward with gaming. If we want games to get bigger, better, and better, and more awesome, and our gaming experience to become even more seamlessly across many devices. I mean, it had to happen. Everybody has to come to an agreement and be like, fuck all these like trying to sell you plastic. Let's focus on the games. And I think this is the best way forward because we're gonna get better games. It's not gonna be so much about like, oh, I'm have to optimize for the PlayStation, so that the picture looks good. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more about like, okay, let's make a great game. Let's make sure that everybody get to play together. Stop the division of like, oh, my shit is better than yours, or I'm better than yours, or my shit prettier than yours, or whatever. Like, stop that shit. Everybody, we can like address each other as equals, as gamers, and we just love the same shit, bro. It's just like that's just all there is to it. There's really nothing to it. It's just like
Chat's going off.
yeah, shots going off. Let me just
Yeah.
yeah. The cope is off the charts. Um, Game Tropics Pro really is that difficult to understand. His whole channel is going to crumble. Sanchez MTZ Gaming saying, didn't he say Xbox is dead? Yeah, and now it's an important part of the market. He's been grifting because I mean it's been proven recently. Dirt, I think it was Ray and Dog Dark, and everybody's been making negative Xbox content on purpose, and they notice how their views skyrocketed, and it's because negative Xbox content sells, and that's why these people been grifting for a long time and lying to the masses and lying to people who are potential people who might be liking Xbox, and Xbox might be the right thing for you, for them, and they're still talking shit, talking down, gatekeeping, and all of that. General Spartan 27 saying, "What does Drinker's guy face look like a moon crater full of meth?" Oh my God. Dave Reezy in the house saying he understands what is about to come. He's worried about his channel because of this news. Yes, sir. Drinker's guy's face got more potholes than the city of Cleveland. God damn. Damn. I am going to Cleveland, but I can already see. Yeah, man. It's just crazy, right? It is not about his face, it's about his stakes, right? Literally. And the whole fact that he's been grifting on Xbox is dead. And I respect the hustle and all, but you gotta like also keep it real, man. Because you know what's gonna happen? That he's being connected to negative content. So he's gonna have to start talking shit about PlayStation. No, he's gonna be forced to be talking shit about PlayStation because now everybody's gonna be like, what happened? That do the this and this and that is dead. Like you don't make that much because what is it gonna make? Another video saying Xbox is dead and PlayStation is putting the games on Xbox? Like it doesn't really make any sense. I'm so glad that the whole narrative, like we were talking about the Moon Studio guy, the CEO saying that, oh, we've got to evaluate. None of that shit is going to be like this is a dead ass narrative in the gaming space that we can't see that shit no more. Oh, the Series S is too weak. We're not going to port games to Xbox because people don't buy games. All that shit is out the window here because B Booty PlayStation is for the streets as well. So they all like these levels, they feel right. And if anything, PlayStation is right now at a disadvantage because they are competing on Microsoft turf, which is the digital platforms, and they have zero presence in the digital PC market. Like they have a couple of games, but they don't have their own platform like Microsoft does. Like if you want to buy a game, I'm evaluating where I'm buying my game. Am I gonna buy it on Windows or am I gonna buy it on Steam? like I just did with Final Fantasy. I was about to buy that game on Steam, but then I realized it's on a discount as well. Literally the same price that Steam was selling the game, but it was being sold through the Microsoft Store as an Xbox Play Everywhere title, meaning that holy shit, not only can I play this game on my PC, but I can play it on my Xbox as well with only one purchase. If I had bought it on Steam, only had access to this game on my PC. But now I have access across two of my devices, even more, because that's what Xbox does. It's the window, literally, to all the gaming platforms. And it's just like so crazy that this shit is happening. And bro, all that shit, this just proves that you were talking shit. That's it. That's all it is, man.
Cross play, cross progression, cross save, and now cross buy.
That's it. That's progress right there. Ahora, now the thing is Sony PlayStation going to do this? If they're going to do this, they're going to have to fall into line with how the market is and how Xbox laid out the market for them. You're going to have to do cross progression. You're going to have to do cross play. You're going to have to do cross buy, like Sony PlayStation Play everywhere. And somebody was saying in one of my posts that by this time next year, Sony PlayStation was going to be on a Fire Stick as well. So that's a funny shit. You imagine?
I hurt the Karen's feeling, boys. I hurt the Karen's feelings. His Fifi's. Poor little Karen. Poor little Karen.
Game Tropics Pro saying that that's not going to happen. Drinkas guy will find a way to say PlayStation's good and Xbox there. Well, I mean, he can say everything that he wants, but I mean, it's going to sound crazy saying that shit when, you know, Helldivers is releasing on Xbox. What if another big game releases on Xbox that we're not expecting something like The Last of Us or some shit?
Oh my God.
That
Don't.
happened.
Really, don't.
Holy shit.
Not another Last of Us release, damn it. Give me Sly Cooper. That's all I want.
Sly Cooper.
Give the man his Sly Cooper.
We got Day Reese in the
Like
house.
Dirt and Sean said. I think it's like Dirt and Sean said. They said, you know, it's always going to be shit to talk. They kept it real.
Yeah. They're always gonna be like now. It's gonna be all about evaluating games. It's gonna be grifting on the games. Like your game ain't shit. I bought your game and PlayStation suck. I'm never gonna buy a PlayStation game because people always find a way around the bullshit. And it's okay as humans. We got this competitive nature, and we got this need to compare each other, and that goes into everything. We compare everything. How much money you make, how much money I make, what do you do for the living, what I do. Is your girlfriend prettier than mine? Like, is your car faster than mine? Am I stronger than you? Like, that's a human nature. It's normal, but it's better when we having healthy conversations and when we inform people how to go about making the right decision and if something is right for you. It's not about championing something. It's about showing you how it works so that you can make an educated, decision on what you're going to get. And, maintain yourself informed and knowing what's going on, what games are coming out. There's a lot of gaming content that we can have like, bro, like we can have a whole podcast talking about Doom.
TJ
Dark
Robert,
Ages.
DC.
We can have a whole podcast talking about Final Fantasy, which I'm playing right now. Gears of War, Halo. What can Halo do? We can have so many fucking we're wasting time here, calling ponies out when we have more important shit to do. And it's just like content and it's fun, but it's also tiring too sometimes because we wanted to talk about some shit, but some of these topics come out, we had to cover them. And then instead of talking about something that just came out, like Wu Chan and our experience playing that game, we're here talking about this ugly ass shit that we got here on screen. So it's just how it is, man. And Game Tropics said that Sony forgot about Sly Cooper.
Huh?
Yeah. Have fun with that DCG video, Des.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, we got a super chat, but not a super chat, but a Chabatia Robinson. He said, this guy didn't say Xbox was important. He was saying other people were saying it, but I see how narratives get created by bots. Now, listen, that's not a narrative that I created. He said it right there that Xbox was being considered an important part of the market based on the new Sony PlayStation strategy. He didn't say that he was agreeing with it. He didn't say that he was behind the strategy. He said that based on this strategy, Xbox is important, which is like a good conclusion to come. Like a good conclusion, to be honest. Dave Reese is saying, "I've been waiting for this day, man." Yeah, it's not about narratives. It's not about like making fun of Sony PlayStations. I know you ponies probably just got here, but we've been saying it. It's about the fact that games have been free. You don't have to buy 3-4 consoles to play one fucking game anymore, bro. Next time that you buy a console, everything is gonna be in there, and that's it.
TJ, did you not read the job posting? The job posting itself says that Sony is now looking to Xbox and PC and the Switch and places that is not the PlayStation specific hardware. There is no way in hell you can say that anything but Xbox and other places outside of the PlayStation ecosystem are important. They are not leaving the bag on the table anymore.
What part of wherever there is computing is people not understanding?
Yeah, so you said you so delusional and coping, not surprised, caring, shaking my head, and then he said, "Laugh out loud, stay dumb." And then you said, "Reaper Gaming, whatever you say, caring." They totally will make a new position to change nothing. You so gone. It is sad. Yeah, that's true. You killed him right there. He didn't reply to that one, huh?
No. They would totally make a new position to change nothing. That makes a whole lot of sense.
That's why he had to go to AT&T to get a new phone, because he went ahead and splashed that one against the wall or some shit. He got pissed. Yeah, man. It's some crazy shit. And look, it's fine. They had their content, they had the people, they had the fans. But as long as you keep it real, Pablo, people are gonna rock with you, dude. Like, based on your personality, based on on everything, you don't have to chill for a company to attract people to your channel. Just keep it real, man. And whatever you're saying, you're feeling at the moment, say it, man. Because it's hard to come over here every day to be somebody that you are not, just to get clicks, bro. That's got to be hard, man.
Yes, TJ. He was saying that Sony said it. We are not saying that DCG himself was saying it. He is repeating the words of Sony with that job posting, trying to say that Sony is the only one saying this. Everybody has been saying this. And now Sony themselves are officially coming out and saying it.
Yeah, it's not Dreamcast guys saying it. It's Sony saying Xbox is important, but creating a position, right? That is like studying the Xbox market. So that means that why would Sony PlayStation spend resources hiring somebody to study a dead ecosystem? It doesn't make any sense. But leave them alone. It's like they're making a position. You will study Stadia as well. What you know what I'm saying? It's done. Stadia is gone. Nobody's gonna study games in there anymore because they're not gonna be putting any more games out there. So
now, TJ, when that PlayStation investors call happened, what was I saying to you then? The same thing that I'm saying to you now, the same thing that I have been saying since. People that are on the PlayStation side are looking at it as if nothing has changed. They don't see that entire interview was done about 1 to 2 months before, and that is it. They were still capping for Marathon in that interview before all the art theft shit came out. So you know how that fucking turned out? Yeah, they delayed the game. Mm-hmm. So that whole 5,000 number, they didn't even reach 2,000. Over 60,000 codes went out for the beta. So you think about that. Okay, they have nothing. They have nothing.
That's a major discovery
they have
problem.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's some crazy shit, bro.
TJ Roberts is all mad because I called him out for his bullshit. How dare you respond to me? Don't play with me, dude. I'm not the one.
Yeah, no problem, Game Tropics. You have a nice one if you're heading out of here. Thank you for coming by.
Want to hear something that's really well known for me, guys? I'm the one who gives the fanboys nicknames, and it sticks. Karen for Reforge Gaming. I don't have Dreamcast, guys. That's true. It's free 99 sleep meds for X Vault or the Koala Man or Gilbert.
DCG is just Craterface.
No. DCG, we've called him meth. We called him Meth Mouth Guy, but that's because of Frit.
Well,
Frit's the one who did that one.
Methcast guy, yeah.
MBG is the Sony Eeyore, and the retard is Harmon Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, and there's a few that you're leaving out. Don't forget. There's still Marlin Gaming Nation. There's still Porter Rock.
Well, X-Vol.
No. That's 99 sleep meds.
Don't disrespect Fester like that.
Shout out to Gaming Tropics. He said you guys have a great podcast going on here. I wish all the best to your channels. Also, I want to say hi to a fellow Boricua and video game podcaster. Thank you, man, so much. I'm actually Cuban. A lot of people think that I'm Dominican or Puerto Rican, but it's literally the same shit, bro. If you are from that part of the Caribbean, we are literally the same shit. We eat the same shit. We dance to the same music. It is the same shit, bro. Literally. So, but yeah. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody coming through, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Memberships are open, 99 cents, bro. Hey, drop a 99 cents on your boy. Be part of a great community and enjoy amazing content that I have there for members, like new music, videos, updates, blogs, whatever. I do a bunch of shit behind the scenes for the members. And yeah, man, it's been a great show. We got a...
Do you mind if I put a poster in your window?
That's how I feel about TJ Roberts.
She's missing. Oh, gosh. Go ahead.
What the fuck? Ooh, that was a hilarious clip, bro. Holy crap. But yeah, we had the intention to come in on here, right, and do like a quick podcast, but we already been here for like 2 hours plus. So I think it's time for us to let go, man. And just go ahead and about our days. I'm trying to play some games today, bro.
Hey, if y'all looking into the Salt community, Garra's streaming right now for his community day. He'll be streaming again tomorrow. We got Oh No, It's Alex tonight. And I'm telling you, all the salt miners are gonna have a big bombshell Monday. Yeah. That's gonna be
I've been mining somebody's ass. Oh.
Yeah.
Wrong song, Des. Wrong song.
Look, honestly, bro. I'm gonna say this, man. Go ahead and raid the hell out of these people. Go ahead and raid Gara and raid Alex or whatever. Tell them that Demo Flow sent you and that you are in need of some sort of
Gara's link in the
chat. Shout out to them and shout out to all the salt makers and everybody coding this content because it's literally insane. It's breaking the internet for real. The news that Sony PlayStation's gone third party and it will release games on Xbox out of all places, man. With Helldivers, we've seen it last week, right? It's been a couple of painful weeks for Sony PlayStation fanboys, hardcore ponies. They're not having a great time, bro. So shout out to everybody who came through the stream. Hit the like button, subscribe. Like I said, man, subscribe to this amazing content creators that we got here. We got Power Buzz with his own channel. Drop your links in there, guys. Let everybody know what you're doing. Desire, you do the same thing as well on Archangel. Go ahead and follow these guys, bro. We got Desire with a marathon of soul content, 7 days straight covering this shit. So if you're interested in knowing how Sony PlayStation fanboys are coping about this,
not just Sony.
Make sure you go to Desire because it's gonna be making some funny shit. I just know that, and of course, the Archangel Nexus been killing with content later, and I can wait to see what he does. And of course, Power Boss, he doesn't give a shit about his channel, but he's everywhere. So go ahead and follow him as well. Well,
I'll start making some community posts at least, and say where I'm at, where you can find me, and who I support. And why.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that as well. Make sure like a nice post so everybody can find you via my channel or whatever. So I mean, yeah, let's get
real quick.
Yeah.
Noble Bull. Nib did write a small little novel. However, there's somebody that came for his crown on the most words in a tweet.
Nib is already past the acceptance. It's already on acceptance. But William Aguilar is in denial, and Reforge is in denial. We got a few fanboys that need therapy. They need to go get over that from initial denial stage and go into acceptance, because I mean the faster they do that, the least damage your brains. Their brains are gonna sustain.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's get on out of here and have fun. Go play games.
Au revoir, everyone.
It's your boy Devil Flow. Check it out.
Whip it, flip it, you know how I get it. Game Pass Day 1, no wonder that you jelly. I press A, I download, and I play, We are not the same, Sony ponies gotta pay. I press A, I download, and I play, We are not the same, Sony ponies gotta pay. I press A, I download, and I play, We are not the same, Sony ponies gotta pay.